James Baldwin once said, "Love takes off the mask that we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within. Why live in fear when we can commemorate, demonstrate, raise consciousness, develop courage, feelings of dignity and self-worth, create a safe environment, challenge, confront, educate, provide support, show acceptance, and listen to their experiences, promote equality, mental health, visibility, representation, and opportunity. Look beyond the moon, the stars, the sun, the clouds, and the rainbows. From performative allyship to true solidarity, to recognize the beauty and togetherness and find a new feeling of pride and provide time to allow wounds to heal." Sugar in our wounds. Sugar dissolves more rapidly in hot water. Sugar has healing properties, reducing bacteria, turning bitter to sweet, sour to sweet. Your puckered dry mouth relaxed, damaged gums, salty taste shattering taste buds. You can't let us be, so you rub salt into wounds, into skin you broke, because of skin you broke, because of skin you broke. Tomorrow we shall exit as flesh and blood, and bones, and skin, and limbs, and joints, and hips, and wrist. We come out, but we tremble so violently as we exit the sweetness of the proliferation phase of our wounds. The healing laceration mixes well. There is sugar in the medicine. They say we can be a man as long as we're not black. They say we can be black as long as we're not gay. Maybe that's the crime society has tied to our person, integrating two marginalized identities, in which either one is not fully accepted. Black is not an offense. Queer is not an indictment. Black is gorgeous. Queer is ferocious. Our person is not flawed, and our existence is not a burden. We are tired of leaving behind from what is left behind, because we had to detach what was left behind for your comfort and our safety. For your peace, we've had to hold on to our pain for so long, so don't ask us why we still grit our teeth. From pulpits to schools to parks to nightclubs, your overt messaging is clear, and you come in mass for our peace. But the remodeling phase is complete. We reattached, and we have been willingly evicted from our wounds. So today, we shall exit as flesh and blood and bones and skin and limbs and joints and hips and wrists. We come out whole as you attempt to create chronic wounds, but ever since Marsha, we prefer our person to be hot and sweetened anyway, leaving salty tastes to those who prefer bitter, because bitterness is sharp. Bitterness is pungent. Bitterness is disagreeable. Bitterness is fear. Bitterness is anger. We look to resolve and heal in the ways sugar heals and dissolves sweet, even if it touches flesh.
When the book comes out, it may hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to do it, it had to hurt me first. You know, I can only tell you about yourself as much as I can face about myself. You know, it's happened to everybody who's tried to live. You know, you go through your life for a long time, you think that no one has ever suffered the way I've suffered. You know, my God, my God. And then you realize, you read something, you hear something, and you realize that your suffering does not isolate you. That your suffering is your bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That many people have suffered before you. Many people are suffering around you, and always will. And all you can do is bring, hopefully, a little light into that suffering. Enough light so the person who is suffering can begin to comprehend his suffering and begin to live with it and begin to change it.